Hi guys, my name's DJ Conspiracy. I'm here on the R&B show, the show where we play music with rhythm and bass and rhythm and blues. I have the lovely, I'm gonna call you my friend. Is that cool? Is that all right? Is that perfect?
Blessed beloved.
Right. See, I kind of get weak right there when she says that, right? But how you doing? We have Natalie Floacist Stewart.
Yes, I give thanks. I'm blessed, you know. I'm good. Long time.
I know. We met 13 months ago, 13 and a half months ago.
Something like
officially.
That. I just watched Legend the other day, by the way, so I keep on dropping into some serious East End Cockney.
No, it's all right. You can drop it in. It's
Is
fine. It's
right?
fine. You can do the Cockney part.
I haven't seen ya. It's been a little while. I haven't seen ya. I don't talk like that.
You definitely. You kind of more flow with your lyrics in a different kind of way.
Sing,
I don't think you're kind of that. Well, who's Cockney?
I'm also an actress, darling, so one has to be able to do different things. Performance art trained.
You saw that, right? You saw that.
That was a little look to camera. It was a little Tyra Banks in.
13 months ago, met you. We was at the award ceremony. Again, you was there presenting, and you had an amazing event for Christmas.
Yeah.
I loved it. I enjoyed it. Thank you for having me there as well.
Thank you for being there.
It tore the place down. Social Network went crazy when Marcia popped out as well for both of you. How was that, first of all?
It was calmly chaotic. It was lovely. Marcia had called me and asked me to come and jam with her show, which was at the Clapham Grand. And then I also happened to have a show planned because I wanted to perform where I used to be, where I grew up. I didn't always want to be up in Camden. I didn't grow up there. I didn't grow up in the West. I wanted to be in South.
South London.
South.
You kept it home. South.
South.
All right.
Wanted to be in South. So I was able to. Took a show to Croydon at the Alchemy Bar. That's where we were. And it was beautiful. Yes, lovely.
It was. The reaction from the crowd, sing along to every single song. How did you find it after being out of the game, so to speak, as Floetry for such a long time?
If you're in the game, you know, you're never out of it. If you're really in the game. But it's lovely. The Floetry songs, they have a life of their own. They are happy to be unearthed. They'd been held hostage a bit over that time. And so they're as happy to be sung as I suppose we are to be singing them. And when I say we, I mean the fans of those songs, inclusive of myself, you know.
Did you guys actually rehearse that? Because the connection, no rehearsal at all.
We hadn't spoken for 8 years.
Okay, so let's do the numbers. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time. But
we hadn't spoken for longer than Floetry had existed.
Oh wow. But the connection. Wow, you guys hearing this, right? Okay, right. But no, the connection there was absolutely immense. It resonated with every single body in there. I think for that night, Floetry was about 350 people. If I'm honest, it wasn't a duo anymore.
Oh no, it never is. Trust me. Just when we were at Brixton the other day, Floetry was really not just two people. It was 1,600 people a night. You know,
I saw it. I was there. You had me and you and Styler G. Oh gosh, I was off of my.
We had fun, man. We had such fun.
It was an amazing event, and the feedback again, social media for another event took to you really well. How do you feel about it?
It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to be taken to well. It's when you have a life that exists as we all do, 24 hours a day, all the seconds in between that, it's always fun when people pay attention again and go, well, yeah, what's been going on? It's life, isn't it? It's been ticking, but it's nice. It's nice to share. It's nice to unify. It's always lovely to, as you know, Conspiracy. It's lovely to interact in entertainment with people who want to be there, people who want to enjoy themselves, people who want to have fun, want to let their hair down, want to release stress, want to engage in energy. Like even tonight at Flow, that's what we're here for. We're gathering with people who want to gather.
There you go. So everyone's like-minded. One of the things that we're definitely going to be showing off is Flow each and every first Tuesday of every single month right here at Juno Bar. How was this actual, this whole event? How did it come about? And the consistency that I've seen with this event, how did it, tell me a bit about it.
Well, First of all, Christy. Flow, Christy. No Christy, no Flow. Well, what happened was for the alchemy event and for Flow, Chris and I sat down and was talking about some of my random 1,000,000,004 ideas that I have in my head any day. And everything I do prayer and meditation. That's always been the way. From a kid to an adult who really overstands that, that's how I move. And Flow, I'm about to be 37, right?
37 young, right? By the way.
Oh, call it what you want. It's a blessing. You know how many people I know who never make 37? 37 is a blessing. So what's nice is now I'm coming into the age where I'm like about 20 years now. I've been a performance artist. I've been an independent, self-employed artist. And what's great is I'm coming to the place now where I can manifest some of the spaces that would manifest for me, to assist beings in helping themselves find themselves on their journeys. Now, there wasn't a flow vortex when I was coming up, but what we do is we create that thing that
the platform, so
we
to speak.
want, you know? And for me, I can't stand, here she goes, I can't stand at poetry shows when they book kind of comedians in between poets. And then those kind of comedians crack jokes on the poets and the poetry audience.
Yeah, no.
Because really, they don't really want to be there. They're just happy to have the gig for the £25 and crack the jokes on everybody.
Yeah.
I've got a pet peeve with that.
Yeah.
Always have. As a poet, I've always had a pet peeve with that. I'm on a thing like, take the poetry seriously or don't host, you know? But then also going deeper into the idea of hosting poetry, you know, creating these spaces, and someone maybe does 3 poems and then someone comes and talks in between them, and then, okay, deaf poetry, deaf comedy, that really works. But with Martin Lawrence, sometimes you don't even know what other comedians were on either side of him because he's such a great host. You don't even care about anybody else. So I wanted to manifest something that was all about the spoken word. It was all about the poetry. And it would create its own synergy. I wanted something that sounds like our brains, you know, how we move from thought to thought to thought to thought. I wanted to create something like that. So there's no censorship. There's no what you have to say, what you don't say, what you can say. It's a great place for virgin poets to come and touch the mic for the first time. There's a lot of support and energy. And it's also a great place to know when you know you're heavy and you can shut it down.
Oh, wow. All right. Fair enough.
Because it can get very shut down-ish in here.
Well, I'm going to be here. I'm staying for a little while.
It's ram and very important to the people who come to listen, because we do a couple of hours of poetry here, you know? So it's not for the faint-hearted, and if you faint-hearted, you can go upstairs.
It's amazing, because what you're pretty much doing, and just being very direct and open and honest with you, you are creating a platform for people to literally just express themselves. Me as a DJ, I use different forms of music to express myself. That's I'm not an artist, I can't draw.
You are an artist.
Right? That's exactly what I am. I'm an artist.
Yes.
Right? When I play, for example, one of your tracks, I played Say Yes for argument's sake on Sunday. I had a venue of 1,500 people pretty much sing, dance and wind their waistline at that. And for me, that was beautiful. What you're doing here, you're getting people to do the same thing in their own form. And they're all like-minded, so it's really good. And I just hope it grows and grows and grows. So one day we're probably out of here and I put you in O2 and do Flow Vortex.
Yeah, I was thinking Albert Hall. We were talking about that the other day, weren't we? However, you know, there's also something beautiful about, I didn't want anywhere shiny for Flow. Yeah. It's very important, especially with the spoken word, which is a very pure art form. It's very important for things to not be too shiny and too
commercialized. Yeah, it's a bit too
industry-like.
Yeah.
You know, you need that. So also, this is a free event as well. You know, you need those spaces. It's interesting. A lot of us, we're very into how everything ends up. You know, our individual focus on ourselves. But the reality is, movements are formed by a collection of individuals. You know, and that collection of individuals can be serviced by a movement.
Very true. You
can't service a collection of individuals just by being an individual.
We've seen it through history.
You know, we see this as a pattern. So that's what what it's about right now. It's about understanding strength in numbers. The UK right now is in a really interesting place for creativity. I'm hearing some incredible individual energies and expressions, you know.
Can I touch on that? So, for example, on the 20th, so on February the 20th, you have put together the likes of Misha B, Styler G, Terry Walker, all of these multitudes of talents under one roof, and obviously yourself as well. And
that's not even getting into the band.
Yes.
Yeah, because the band, yeah. Woo-hoo. If you was at Floacist, you'll understand who was on the stage. You know, Luke, Gavin, Joey. It's McNasty. It's crazy. But go ahead. Yes.
So you've been able to. We've seen that the UK movement has really, in terms of not just music but media in general. So from the likes of directors, the likes of songwriters, film writers, etc. It's all growing. And how did you actually get these relevant people to work together to make your event happen on the 20th?
But I suppose we're all relevant, aren't we? So
actually, I'm sorry to cut you there. What made you choose them in the first place? That's probably a better question.
Okay, right. Well, what happened was I was I've been aligning anyway. You know, I've been aligning. I'm seeing that Amy Winehouse is affecting Adele's cells, which is affecting, you know, Jessie J's cells. But Floetry isn't necessarily affecting those who are coming up. Now, all of them lot went to my school. They went to the school that me and Marcia went to. Amy, Adele, and Jessie, you know? They all went Brits. But I feel as though Floetry has possibly been more influential for Amy and Adele and Jessie than it has been for Cherry V.
Okay.
So right now I'm attempting to see how we take this away, because in the States, you know, every movement links, every generation links. When we went to the States, we put a record out. We've got Stevie Wonder calling us. We've got Earth, Wind and Fire calling us. Patti LaBelle's calling us. They're all calling. They're all coming forward and say, we see you. Then that's on that generation. Then you got Tony, they're calling. Mint Conditions calling. They're all reaching out. That's on that level, you know. Then you get down to our peers at the time, who would be Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. They're reaching out.
Common,
they're reaching out. At home, it's difficult. I was in an interview the other day with two incredible grime artists, like incredible guys. And just through our conversation, we came to understand that one of them didn't know that Soul to Soul was from the UK. They thought they were from the US. And that's our challenge here. We do not link our generations. We don't link our movements. So every movement is starting from scratch. Everybody starts from scratch, and everybody is the first time there's ever been a movement, even though they're not the first time there's been a movement.
Yeah, we're not growing, we're not evolving.
We're not evolving together. So we have these bursts of evolution because we have a constant growth of our communities, a constant immigration and alignment of our communities, extra cultures coming in, extra culture coming in, being reinforced into our own, where we might be becoming more and more British, but we're getting our culture reinforced. But we're not linking generationally. So Krept and Conan don't have Maxie Priest on a tune.
Yeah, I understand.
You understand what I'm saying? Just to mesh it and link it and to power up.
And that education as well. Maxie Priest, again, another actually you spoke to him recently, another gentleman from South London who's he could easily influence the young guys to make sure that they don't make the same mistakes.
I'm saying everyone's there. When's D'Angelo coming back? Where's D'Angelo? Look at Omar. Omar look good, well, healthy, no problems, no issues, dropping music to this day, constantly pushing things forward. You know, where's the Wretch tune with Omar on it?
You're right. But then when you look at
what I'm saying to you?
Definitely, because unfortunately, the way that some
Where's
of the
my
records
tune
labels,
with Omar on it? Excuse me.
Yeah, just all Rich actually. I would like to see that. Lyrically, both. I'll speak to him. You know, it's
just
not
speak to him. You know,
I can make
love my Rich. You know, speak to him. Sorry, that's legend again. You heard it. I told you.
No, I heard the little
the movie the other day. Just be happy I'm being Reg, not Ronnie. Go on.
Oh wow. Yeah, I prefer that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously you've got a lovely collective of people, and you really are adhering to all of the cultures out there in the UK with that one event. Right? And I've also seen with flow, with what you do and lyrically what you say, you bring in not just what we'd perceive now as the urban culture. It's the UK culture is growing because of some of your movements. I have seen people from Korea. I've sent down here to come and check it out. And that's massive, right, for these guys, because they don't know where to find that source of music. They just know they like it. How do you feel about that, being able to affect everybody?
Yeah, them everybody talks there. I'm no Bob Marley yet. She says, no. It's a beautiful thing to align and affect. I am affected by craft. I am influenced by craft. So it's a cycle, isn't it, of that energy. It's lovely to belong to something, but again, it's not about just one person. You know, I don't want to just champion something all by myself. I'm trying to say, look, guys, there's a bag of us over here. You know, there's a bag of us. This is what we all do. Usually when we blow, it's iconic. Period. You know, and just thinking it. So it's lovely. It's lovely to be recognized and acknowledged. Those type of things, you know, can keep your solar plexus burning and not make it flicker too much. It's good, you know. But also, that's not the works, though. The works is getting things done.
You are definitely grafting. That's your last 12 months, the transformation that I have seen personally has been amazing.
That's Mr. Play.
Yeah, there you go. Big shouts out to Mr. Play. Big up my brother, Mr. Play.
That's Tony Douglas right there saying...
I'll see you in Dominican in a couple of months. Right? So other things. So your energy, and that's one of the things that you meditate, you read, and you speak your mind. What gives you the energy? What gives you the power to do what you do on a day-to-day basis and keep the positive mental attitude that you have on a day-to-day, from what I know anyway?
I was about to say, I don't keep a positive mental attitude. I don't keep it all the time.
You give it off.
What you
give
need
me a
for
vibe.
Different times, yeah.
You give me a vibe and an energy. So
you don't bring a smile to a frown fight, or you do.
Yeah, you
sometimes a smile can mash up a frown fight. Actually,
yeah, there you go.
That metaphor isn't as dangerous as the other one, but no. I'm a bit of a nutty professor. I try things out on myself. This is how I was raised. I was raised in a very spiritual family, whether they knew it or not. They had me around certain things, music, energy. So this feels very normal and natural to me. It's not something that I'm attempting to do. It's something that is just very normal and natural. And, you know, being raised, I'm a very late 70s baby, being raised in the 80s, all the Rastafarian culture just everywhere permeating. This is a philosophy that I feel was instilled in myself as a child. I don't know how to not do that, to be fair. And I don't try, because to come out of it is too static for me. It's too there's too much friction and so many things to be upset about and depressed about, and there's a lot of that pull right now, especially considering we're some of the freest people on the planet. You know, and all that depression and all that pain and all of that. It's such a contradiction to the fact that with our challenges, we've got too much. Yeah. You know, and you can get so lost in that. So I have to stay constant in my meditation, because I feel that it's a constant distraction. It's a constant pull from center space. And as I've said before many a time, I see the music industry, if not the entertainment industry in a whole, but I see the music industry as a mental institution for would-be prophets. I think it's a place that we go and we get confused and convoluted and forget that we were being called to say something. There was something that we were being called to do. And the next thing you know, we're talking foolishness about being relevant and spins and likes and stuff like that, and how much your last record sold and who's on this. And the next thing you know, you're making music you don't even vibe to. You know how many people don't even play their own albums in their yard? Yeah,
no, I know as a fact.
It's just heady, it's all, how do I make this blow? How do I, and you can't rob the source, because at the end of the day, when you're creating, you're tapping into a spiritual source. So what started to happen is you're now trying to rob the source for your car, you know? Yeah, you're trying to rob the source for your status, and then them thing that turn you crazy. So, This is why I know no other way.
No, I understand, because I grew up in the Rastafarian culture as well.
I know.
So I understand exactly where you're coming from, and by staying grounded, like I play the music that I like. So for example, if I'm in a club and someone says, "Can you play this song?" and I'll be like, "No, I'm sorry, no, it's not going to happen. For love nor money, because I don't want to compromise who I am." And that's clearly very apparent with yourself and very consistent over the years as well. What's going to be your energy and focus for 2016, 17, 18, 19, and therefore?
Rastafari.
I have to ask a big question, because you know what? You're a smart woman.
The meditations right now, for 2016, it's a meditation of you're either in or you're out. There's no switching in 2016, I find. What the vibration is, what the thought is, the way you see the year, you have to see that year out like that. You know, there's blessings on both walks, in and out, but you have to see that year like that. I feel this is a year of acceptance, not taking long to accept truth, you know, and it's about seeking truth rather than seeking yeses. Yeses can turn into wasting time, because if someone doesn't say yes and you just keep on going, a no is quality, man. A no can spare your time. Gosh, a no can be like, I don't have to spend 3 years wasted on getting you, you know, so acceptance of truth. And I think that will project us through. 2017 is not going to be an in or out thing. 2017 is all in.
Yes thing.
There's no out. Out don't even exist. So 2016 is giving you a little bit of chance to be able to be in or out. 2017 is only in. 2018 and 2019 are going to be very interesting as they round out the year. You know, because the 18 and the 19, you've got the 9 and the 10 in those two. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of alignments and conclusions. But hey, that's just what I think. You asked and the source responded. That's what I see. That's what I've been guided with in these journeys. So right now, 2016, you're either in or out. 2017, there's only in. And then 18 is a 9 and 19 is a 10. So those years are going to be very interested in themselves.
All right. I've got, I'm going to bring up a serious issue. Or no, I'm not going to call it issue, because I don't like that word. A challenge. So a lot of UK artists, I get a lot of emails from a lot of people trying to get their music out there. But in terms of the UK scene and up-and-coming people, I find it harder to connect with UK than America. I could speak to Timbaland on the phone, right? But then I would find it hard to get hold of, I'm not going to say any names, but other people, even though they haven't made it there yet.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's just because of what we go through. It's numbers, man. And it's America. America's a dream space, you know, so it's built on fandom and consumption and you know, praise for exceptional abilities. It's raised on that and has its own challenges. I'm just speaking about those specific things. So in America, they got this system that is set for that, you know, and also America's a big it's a propaganda machine. So it has a real setting for what's going to go out and what's not going to go out. But trust, you talk to enough African-American people right now, and they'll let you know it's not as easy as that. Try and be a black guy playing a guitar, singing a song. There's nowhere for you right now. Try and be just a neo-soul artist. There's nowhere for you right now. So it can look easier. However, our links to each other is where our challenge lies. We live in smaller tribes here, you know. We're very clique-based, and it's very serious. So it's harder to make inter-tribal communication occur.
So how would you break that down then? So, for example, I'm an up-and-coming artist. I do spoken word. I'm a rapper. I want to get my product out there. I've spent 6 months in fine-tuning this track, and I think it's brilliant. How do I now get it to a point where it's just listened to?
Well, you know, it's so funny, because I don't really give career advice like that. My advice is all spirit advice, you know, because those things happen, man. Them things occur. I believe deeply in the fact that success is made up of two components, which are preparation and opportunity. This is where I think everyone gets so heady, because they're creating with expectation. So they make something, they like it, and then they're like, that should blow. Yeah. And, you know, everything's so quick nowadays, isn't it? You put it online and it goes and blah, blah, blah. So we've got these expectations. I don't create with expectation. I create with intention. Every time I make something knowing that it means something to somebody and that someone's going to listen to it, and it's a big responsibility, and how is that going to affect my children if I just willy-nilly send out some energy like that, and so on and so forth. So I create with intention. That all being said, to answer your question, again, the yeses and the nos, you know, if it ain't happening, it ain't happening. And I would say not to give up, but I would say just keep on getting better. And I think that's something that sometimes we're looking to stop early. Keep on getting better. And if the industry, or if the arts, more important than the industry is young, the arts are ancient. If the arts are saying to you, not yet, humble yourself, because you will blow your own mind arguing with the craft.
I like that.
You will turn yourself inside and out.
And you say you don't give career advice.
I don't. I give life advice. I don't give advice. I just say what I think.
No, I love that. So in wrapping up, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend, my brethren,
you
my
know
sister.
What I mean? See it there?
You know? Yeah.
Rastafari.
Everyone, remember, on February the 20th, it is going to go off. I can't wait, because I'm going to have to look at a DVD or some video on... sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
no,
sorry.
It's getting filmed, though. This is
please.
For us. This is what it is. You know, you support your own, you support yourself. Yeah, and that's what we're doing. We're celebrating ourselves. That's what we're doing. It's going to be...
So quickly for us, tell us exactly what's happening on the 20th of February, who's going to be there, where it's going to be, how we can get the tickets. We need to put it out there.
Plug. Okay. It's going to be at Brooklyn Bowl, O2. Yeah? That's the first part. Doors open at 7. That's the second part. Show starts at 8. From that part there, I want to just be in the building, yeah? Because we've got flow poets. We've got incredible vocalists, MCs, music. All right, look.
It's too much.
It's really too much. We've got Terry Walker. We've got Kelly LaRock. We've got Shazar. We've got Cherry V. We've got Yolanda Brown. We've got Gavin Hooligan. We've got Getz. We've got Stylo G. We've got...
the band.
Mike Brown. We got Luke Smith. We got McNasty. We got Gavin Hooligan over there as well, because he's singing and playing, because he's just a madman. We got Joey over there on bass. My goodness, who else we got? We got the most incredible sound man that people don't even know these things. Pablo's going to be on sound. Man like Pablo just come and just make your life well. And trust me, as much as we're all here, the in front of the camera stuff, guess what doesn't happen if no one's back there? Waleep, yeah? So Pablo's in the building. We've got, oh goodness, we've got covers that are going to be happening. So we're shouting out all of those who have built us up to this point. We're going to be jamming poetry songs. So you're going to get to hear all the UK songstresses, you know, that are gathered for this one here. And then I might do a couple solo songs. But that's that. Then
look at that.
We got DJ Spoonie.
We
got Fifth Avenue. Mr.
Brethrens.
Play. Brethrens. Timeless. Milk Tray.
So we got, let me get this right. So we got about 10 million artists, quality artists. Yeah, let me just say that. We've got quality DJs. You got a massive venue in the O2. We have obviously the Floacist, which is part of the reason, mostly the reason that for me to go.
And then we got all of you guys.
And then everyone, that's definitely the
It's a live karaoke we're pushing off. Live. Karaoke with a live band.
Look at that. So it's amazing. Make sure you get your tickets. It's going to be an amazing event. Check it out at www.conspiracy-world.com. All the information is going to be out there. Tell us your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, web, everything.
My Instagram is Floacist, Floacist. Simple, isn't it? Twitter is _Floacist, because some thief has my name. And then just search Floacist for everything else, Facebook and all of those. And everything you kept up to date with what's going on and stuff like that. Big up Mr. Play, Anthony Douglas. You know, it's very important as we grow to align with each other and to assist each other in our growth. Me and Ant started our first jobs together at McDonald's when we were kids. So, you know, it's good to move and to build and to do what we're doing. Definitely.
And do remember each and every Tuesday, each and every first Tuesday of every month, Flow Vortex right here at the Juno Bar. Make sure you come down. It's a free event. if you've got that ability, you've got those lyrics, a spoken word, make sure that you're here as well. Check it out on all of the Instagram. It pops off. Make sure you get there early as well. I'm DJ Conspiracy, on Top of FM's finest, representing for the R&B show. We play music with rhythm and bass as well.